Hello and welcome back to the Frontington and Backwards Railway. No, your eyes do not deceive you, this is not a model railway. It is, in fact, a field. Scoured the charity shops for an old, pre-loved teddy with just the right sort of fur, the right density, the right colour, the right length. And I think I found something that might do the trick. Obviously this will need to be coloured. I've got some paints here that I'm going to be trying out in a moment, but the idea is that this will be a field of long grass or a crop or something like that. So, here we go. Bye bye Teddy. Actually surprisingly difficult to get into. So after a bit of initial faffing around, I did manage to get the ear off, sorry rabbit, and I'm left with this bit of fabric here, which I'm just going to use as a bit of a test, really, to see how it goes. Just pulling off any more stray bits of fluff and fur that might have come loose. But the nice thing about this is that it should all stay attached to the base quite nicely. You may be wondering why not just use static grass? It's what everyone else uses. Well, it's a very good question. I fancy something different. I saw a picture on the internet that showed this kind of approach and it seemed to be good, so I'm going to give it a go and see what happens. Something that we will need to sort out straight away is the height. And you can see with this 00 scale man stood next to it, at the moment that grass comes right up to his head. So we might need to do something about that. I'm just cutting bits off now at random. There's no technique to it. Not yet, anyway. I'm just trimming it down and seeing what it looks like, particularly at the front. Hopefully it won't lose its structure. Might need a little bit of tinkering and playing around to get it to look right, but hopefully little by little it should start to look a little less like fur and a little more like a field. Well, already I hope you can see that the grass is a little bit shorter now, a little bit more in the right sort of scale to that little man there. So the next thing I'm going to want to do is to colour this ever so slightly. I don't want it to be a field full of bunny hair. So let's take this little man and put him to one side. I've got some paint here. Let's try and open it without it going everywhere. Just going to pop a little bit of that in there. And I honestly have no idea what I'm doing, but let's see what happens. You can see it's slowly starting to come together now. It is quite bright. I don't know if you can see it on the camera necessarily, but it is looking quite sort of vivid, more so than grass should. So what I might do is try something else in a moment. I've got a comb here that should just help to stop it clumping together quite so much. It's beginning to look a little better, and of course you can still see down inside there's the original colour still showing through at the bottom as the roots of the plants, which is exactly what I want, but I think it needs a slightly better colour. Just seeing now if I can add some brown into the mix, just every now and then, here and there, little splodges of it, just adds a bit of depth to the colour, so it's not just all one colour. It's looking a little bit muddy, but hopefully if I then use the comb again, it should start to all blend together. It's a first attempt. We'll see how we go. Well, there we go. There's the finished bit of test material there, all coloured in green. Let me just bring you in a little bit closer. You can see down at this sort of level. See if I can. Camera's having a difficulty. Oh, there we go. Come on, come on. So I think with a little bit more work, maybe blending that in with the surrounding bit of layout, we might have something convincing there. Let me know your thoughts. I'm going to carry on and do some more. But if you've got any tips, if you've done this sort of thing before, or if you would just recommend ditching the whole idea and going back to static grass, then do let me know in the comments. But that's all from me for now. So until next time, goodbye.